We're over at the parts gasser today. Parts gasser is kind of interesting. 1951 Rio M35, obviously gasser, no motor fuels were in production then. And on the door, it says contractor vehicle operated by the Miter Corporation, Bedford, Massachusetts. Both of my gassers came from them. This is the best door painting you can still see. And of course, it's rusty, and I'm not going to open the door right now because it'll fall off, probably. But I got all kinds of parts inside the cab and a whole bunch of parts in the back. The trouble is, the truck is sinking into the ground, and I need to move it because it'll just keep on sinking. I don't want that. So I need to move it. I'm going to move it with the Whistler M35, but first I got to put air in the tires, which brings up one of the cool things about an M35, and that is the air. So let's see if I can get a view here. Sure. Actually, let me back out. This is a regular air connection that semi trucks today use. And the way trailers and whatnot attach is by something I've always heard called a glad hand. I put fittings on here to put a quick connect air hose. It's just a glad hand. I got a little bit of lube on there. And just hook it up like that's it. Now, in my walk around video, I talked about, you can see the valve. Not really. Maybe. No, you can kind of see the valve, but it's not going to focus on it. It's going to focus on the strut. This is the valve. The line goes right here. The valve's in line with the line, and it's off. You push it perpendicular to the line, and now the air is on, which is totally opposite any other plumbing fixture you're ever going to find in your life. So do not leave that thing on because, well, you can hear it. You can probably hear it through the microphone. Oh, that's right here. My quick connect is. Oh yeah, don't leave your glad hand with quick connect in the back of the truck for 10 or 15 years because they will get rusty. Don't know how I know that one. But if you leave that valve open, air will come out all the time. You never get air pressure. What's more dangerous on these trucks is the glad hand over here is for trailer brakes. And when it only comes on, the air only pumps out of there when you have your foot on the pedal. So when you push the brake, air comes out here. I was helping somebody bring a truck back from Bernie, the other side of San Antonio. Whole other story. And he was never getting more than 30. That buzzer kept coming on all the time. And we finally figured out once we got a few miles on the road that this thing was turned on. We had, not knowing these trucks, we had lined the valve up with the line. That's on. Perpendicular to the line is off. So we had it perpendicular to the line. And you can't hear the air coming out when the engine's running, unless you're standing right here when someone hits the brake. That's how we found it. Somebody was walking by here and someone else went, shh. It's like, whoa, how'd that happen? The valves are backwards. Check that valve before you drive anywhere. If your buzzer's coming out a lot, or you're having trouble staying above 60 psi or even 90 psi, that could very well be the problem, or a leak in that line. All right, to today's problem, I got air in the tanks, glad hand with the fitting on it. And I'm just going to hook up a regular air hose. If I can find the end, there's the end. And when things in the dirt pretty good, and I'm going to have to start the truck up to do this right, but you get the idea. Just there it is. It's pumping air. Hopefully that tire will come up soon. With the truck running, you only have 110, 120 psi at max. Normally 90. My tanks are about dry right now. I can hear it slowing down. So when we picked up this truck and 3 others, my job was to air the tires up. All the tires were around 20 psi. And it took, as we were flat towing 2 with 2 others, I think it took 10 hours to using one truck to air up all 40 tires. It takes forever, but it's better than nothing. Anyway, just a little bit about air. Yes, having the air is nice, but it's not as quick as you might want.